Welcome K4 coding family. Today we are going to learn DDL, DQL and DML commands in SQL. What stands for DDL command in SQL? It stands for data definition language, which means if any operation applies on the structure of the table, that means it calls as a data definition language. Likewise, if we are creating table, means we are creating an object. If we are altering the table, it means we are modifying the objects. If we are dropping the table or any procedure function, it means we are that dropping the object. If we are truncating the table, it means we are changing the structure of the table. So these are the category which comes in data definition language. Now second one is DQL, which stand for data query language. Data query language means when you fetch the data from the table or view, it calls as a data query language, and simply we can use from the select command. Our third one is coming as a data manipulation language, which is DML. What is data manipulation language? Where you can perform add, update, delete into the table, that call as a data manipulation language. So firstly we will learn DDL commands in SQL. So first we will go for create command. So create command is used for creating the table. Likewise we are going to create a new table. Create table, and if you can say student, okay, we are taking the fields. Name is varchar 50, age as integer, okay, admission year as a integer, or standard as a varchar. So this is the first statement of DDL command, which is create. So once we execute this command, it creates my table. If I want to check, my object, you can see the details. Now we are moving to second statement, which is alter command. Suppose we miss some of the field and we need to change the structure of the table. Then how we do that? So we are using alter command. alter table name. Okay, so what is our table name? It's a student. Okay, now we are going to add one column which is age column, and it's integer field. Alter table. Okay, if you can see, age column is already there, so it's not going to add this age column. Okay, so what are the additional field? We are just going to add roll number field. There is no roll number field in existing table. When we alter this table and when we check, you can see the roll number field comes over here. So basically alter table is used to change the structure of the table. Now we are moving to drop statement. Drop statement basically used for dropping the object or deleting the object permanently from the database. So if we say drop table, so what is the syntax? Drop, then object name, object type, then object name. So I am dropping the table and table name is student. When I hit this command and run my select statement, select star from, then it says there is no object as a student because I have dropped invalid object name. There is no such kind of object. So let's execute these two commands once again because I have dropped that. Now we have newly created the table. Now next stage is the next DDL command is truncate. So truncate command is similar to delete command, whereas in delete command it does not reset the value, but in truncate it resets the value. So I'll give you one example. First we drop this table, then we create id as a big int, comma, so I have created id column with identity auto increment 1 by 1 plus 1. So what will happen here? We have one id column. If I insert value in this table, so keep it short, this field name. So now my table is created. Okay, so when we are inserting the values in this table, so then what will happen? It auto increments my value id column So I'll give you an example. Insert into values. If we have identity column, because it's a system generated, so we need not to pass any value in that column. So name is John, comma age is 21, comma standard is, what is my standard type? Varchar 10. Name is 20 year 2021, comma standard 10th, comma roll number 1. When I execute this, it says one row affected, which means I have one row. If you see that I have not inserted this ID column, but it's automatically captured this value. So just copy this values. Roll number we are going to change to 3, 4 and 5. So if you can see that we have that sequential ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So when I say delete from, I'm just going to delete the student table. So it will not reset my ID column. So now there is no row. I'm again inserting these values and again watching the student table. So you can see earlier I have the ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Now you can see the next values are coming over here. Okay. So how are we going to reset this values if I delete the complete table? So we are using the truncate command. If I say truncate table student, when I hit execute, there is no row. If I execute insert command and then I'm trying to view the records, so it's showing as a reset values 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is the main difference between truncate and delete command. So we have covered this DDL command. Alongside we have covered this DQL command where we are using this select command. We have executed DML command, which is insert command and delete command, which we have earlier used. Now in DML command only the update statement is pending. So how to use update statement? I'm just writing down what we have covered. In DML, we use insert statement, we use delete statement, now the only pending is update statement. So how we are going to use this update statement? Suppose student V is having the incorrect roll number and we need to update. So you can, for updating the records in table, you always choose the unique column. Okay. So in our case, we have unique column as a ID. So we are using that ID field as a unique field. So what is the syntax? Update table name. To updating the value, we have to write a syntax set and then field name, then new value, and then our where syntax, where ID equal to 1. If I hit this statement, it will update my first row where ID is 1 and it will update the roll number as a 6. Let's run the query. One row affected. If you can see, the ID1 has been updated with the roll number 6. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe.